It is 11 p.m. You are driving home when an officer flags you down and signals for you to pull over. As they approach the window and demand you step out, how you handle the next few minutes determines the rest of your night. Many drivers assume being stopped for a routine document check or breathalyzer test is the same as being under arrest. It isn't. Under Indian law, a stop for questioning is a limited interaction that doesn't automatically grant police power to detain you indefinitely. Staying current is vital because the legal landscape shifted on July 1, 2024. The old Code of Criminal Procedure has been replaced by the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, or BNSS. This update changes the rules for police stops and what they can legally demand from you. In many cases, a confrontation escalates because a citizen is unsure where their obligations end. Without knowing legal boundaries, it becomes easier for an officer to exceed their authority unquestioned. Firm, grounded. Identifying the exact point where a routine inquiry turns into a formal detention is a primary tool for maintaining autonomy on the road. It shifts the focus from a display of authority to a matter of legal procedure. If an officer indicates that you are not free to leave, the very first step is to clarify your status. You have the right to ask for the specific reason you are being detained. This is protected under Article 22(1) of the Constitution and Section 47 of the BNSS. The law requires police to communicate the exact legal grounds for your detention immediately. If there is no specific charge, they generally cannot hold you. If the interaction moves toward a formal interrogation, the pressure to provide a statement becomes intense. This is the moment to invoke your right to legal counsel. You are entitled to meet and consult with a legal practitioner of your choice. You can decline to answer questions or sign documents until you have had the opportunity to speak with an advocate. Applying these informational protections signals that you understand the current legal code. It sets a professional tone for the interaction, making it more difficult for an officer to rely on standard intimidation. If the officer decides to take you to the police station, the interaction enters the phase of a formal arrest. At this point, the police must follow a strict set of administrative steps. Under Section 48 of the BNSS, the officer is required to prepare an arrest memo. Furthermore, they must allow you to call a family member or friend to inform them of your location and the circumstances of your arrest. There are additional protections for women. Except in extreme circumstances, a woman cannot be arrested after sunset or before sunrise without the prior permission of a local magistrate. Any arrest or search must also be conducted by a female officer. There is a common fear of being held in a cell for days without a hearing. The law prevents this through a strict time limit. BNSS Section 58 mandates that any person arrested must be produced before a magistrate within 24 hours. If the police fail to do this, the detention becomes legally unauthorized, and you may be entitled to immediate release. Finally, the law provides a clear mandate regarding your physical safety while in custody. Article 23 of the Constitution ensures you cannot be compelled to be a witness against yourself. This means any confession or statement obtained through physical force or threats is inadmissible in court. You have a right to be treated with dignity, regardless of the charges. These provisions act as a legal safeguard for your person and your time. They ensure that the power of the police is balanced by judicial oversight. Even with these rights, you can inadvertently complicate your legal standing. There are 3 common mistakes that often lead to avoidable arrests. First, losing your temper. Engaging in an argument or using abusive language gives the officer a legitimate reason to arrest you for obstructing a public servant in the discharge of their duties. Second, offering a bribe. This turns a simple traffic stop into a serious criminal offense. If you disagree with a fine, accept the official receipt and contest it through the proper legal channels later. Third, attempting to flee or refusing to provide identification. Note that you don't always need physical papers. Digital documents on government-approved platforms like DigiLocker or M-Parivahan are legally valid for verification. A citizen who remains calm, cooperative, and aware of the law is much harder to exploit. When you know the procedure, you can ensure that the interaction remains within legal limits. In our next episode, we will detail the specific legal steps to take if you are placed in a cell and need to secure bail. Subscribe to stay informed on your rights.